Deep beneath the towering spire of Mind Trace, a place exists that has been meticulously wiped from every system log, every blueprint, every official record. It's a chamber built not to simply record memories, but to reflect them back with startling clarity. Dr. Mori, her voice low and serious, called it the mirror room. She looked at Riku, her gaze unwavering, and said, "Whatever you see inside will not be history. It will be truth looking back at you." He didn't even hesitate. The door hissed open with a low mechanical hum, revealing walls that shimmered like liquid glass, distorting the world around them. As they stepped inside, the room activated. The world dissolved in a cascade of light and color. Sound morphed, becoming echoes of forgotten memories. For a fleeting moment, Riku felt completely weightless, as if the very code of his thoughts was being rewritten in real time. He heard his sister's laughter, a sound he hadn't heard in years, crystal clear. Then, another voice cut through the haze. "You shouldn't be here, Riku." The words came from nowhere and everywhere at once, a disembodied warning that chilled him to the bone. Dr. Mori whispered urgently, "The system is using her emotional imprint to guide us. It's reading her deepest feelings." Riku took a resolute step forward into the swirling light. "Then let it guide me to the truth." The light fractured, splintering into countless shards of memory, layered chaotically over one another. It was a dizzying mosaic of lives, moments stitched together in disarray. Then, one scene sharpened, stabilizing amidst the chaos. It was Mirai, his sister, standing in her apartment, her face pale and drawn with a fear he'd never seen before. Across from her, a figure stood cloaked in shadows, a silhouette he recognized instantly, Kaito Ren. Their voices, faint and distorted, echoed through the white noise. Mirai's voice was sharp with accusation. "You knew what they were doing, didn't you?" Kaito's reply was desperate. "It's not what you think," but Mirai pressed on, her voice rising. "They're rewriting people, Kaito. This isn't memory anymore. It's control." Riku lunged forward, his hand outstretched, trying to reach her, but it passed straight through the light as if she were a ghost. The scene glitched violently, distorting Kaito's face until it was an unrecognizable blur of static. Suddenly, the entire system screamed. Alarms blared, their piercing wail echoing off the glass walls. Red lights flashed everywhere, and across every holographic screen, a single terrifying message appeared. "Data purge in progress." Dr. Mori shouted over the din, her fingers flying across a holographic interface. "Someone's erasing the file, from the source." Lines of code, entire fragments of the memory, began to vanish one by one, breaking apart before their very eyes. Riku reached for his sister's fading image, his voice raw with desperation. "Stop! Don't erase her!" But it was too late. The scene dissolved into a blizzard of light and static. The mirror room fell utterly, hauntingly silent. In the profound silence that followed, a final line of data flickered into existence, a single phrase left behind in the void, a ghost in the machine. "They're watching from inside the mirrors." Dr. Mori stared at the words, her voice trembling when she spoke. "This isn't just memory corruption. Someone built the system to protect itself, to hide something." Riku turned and looked at his own reflection in the now darkened glass. But the face staring back wasn't his. It held a faint, knowing smile before it too, faded into the white emptiness. They escaped the lab just moments before a full system shut down. The mirror room sealed itself, locking away every last trace of the memory, entombing the truth inside its shimmering walls. Now, standing outside in the cold night, with rain slicking the pavement, Riku holds the damaged memory chip. It flickers erratically, shifting between a warning red and a calm blue light. He whispered into the darkness, his voice barely audible over the rain. "She was afraid of them. But who are they?" Dr. Mori said nothing. Her eyes simply reflected the same flickering light, the same deep-seated fear. And far above them, in the countless windows of the Mind Trace Tower, faint silhouettes moved behind the glass, watching them from the darkness.